Good evening, students. How are you? Hello? Anybody hearing me?
Evening, sir. Yes, I'm hearing you.
All right. So, apologies for the slow start tonight. I was in commute and hear things. I mean, it is really a rough time with the internet accessibility in these climatic conditions. Um, let's hope though that we are seamless for tonight and that everything will go well. The system is up. My writing tablet was used to mark some papers today, and it did not glitch one moment. And I'm hoping that tonight, when I'm ready to use it, I will have the same fate. So let's go. I have something posted. I know I gave you a little question to do yesterday to think about, even though you guys thought about it and were correct. But allow me to just talk to you, Lord and Father, about what I have projected on the screen here. Here, I'm trying to show you that if I have 1 over x squared, 7 over x to the fourth, 6 over x, and 2 over x to the fourth, that they will all go to 0 when x is moving towards infinity. You notice x is 10 here, and this one moves to 0.01, 0.007, 0.6, 0.002. When x is 100, getting infinitely larger, it is 0.0001. And what it more zeros here, 0.6, 0. Enough zeros and a 2. And even better yet, when it moves to 1,000, when x becomes infinitely large and moves to 1,000, it moves to 0.00001 with enough zeros here. Do you agree that these are moving to zeros?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when I move to 10,000, you recognize that it's moving even at a faster rate. Now, look at these on the screen and tell me which of them is moving the fastest and which one or ones moving the slowest. Going to 0, that is. Which one of them is going to 0 the fastest? Which one of them going to 0 the slowest?
Point 0.01 going to 0 the fastest.
When it's a 0.01, you mean this one here?
Oh, hold on, sir. Hold on.
which function is going to zero the fastest?
Sir.
Yes, please.
All right, 7 times 10 to the negative 16.
Mm-hmm.
That one is going the fastest.
But that's not the function though. What's the function? Where's the function?
Up at top.
Yeah. So tell me what the function is.
7 divided by x to the 4th.
Okay, so that's the one you believe that is moving the fastest?
Yeah.
Okay, is there any other?
And 6 over x is moving the slowest.
Okay, I would agree with you with that one fully. Go back to the first one.
Or the 2 over x x to the 4th.
Right. So two of them going fastest. The 7 over x to the 4th as well as the 2 over x to the 4th. Going to zero at the same pace. Why?
So because if it contain the more zero, the more zero it contain,
Yeah, but look at the function and tell me why they're going at the same pace.
they'll have the same they have the same denominator.
Right. So they're both x to the 4th. So remember, we're not concerned with the numerator, you know. The denominator shows us how fast it goes to zero. Because they notice that the numerator is a constant.
Yeah.
So the 2 over x to the 4th and the 7 over x to the 4th are actually moving at the same rate in going to zero, and it gets to zero quicker. And the one that is slowest is going to be 6 over x. So when it's 1,000, you say that 6 over x is only 3 decimal places. But when it's 1,000, the 7 over x to the 4th is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 decimal places. 12 decimal places. And when you move to 10,000, it is only four decimal places. This one here is going to be 16 decimal places. All right? So, yes, and the other one is 8 decimal places. So you look at it, and it tells you which one is moving slow, which one is moving fast. Tells you which one moving slow, which one moving fast. Now, you may wonder why it is that I'm showing you something like that. I'm showing you something like that because when I say to you, as x tends to infinity, all of these will go to zero. I have just proven to you that when x becomes infinitely large, because the numerators are constant, it means that all of these will go to zero. In this your case, the 1 over x squared will go to zero quicker than the 9 over x and the 1 over x. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we looked at that exercise last night. How many of you were able to do the how many of you were able to look at the document that was sent? Let me know if you don't plan to answer me, because I'm not going to be doing this this semester at all.
Good night, sir.
Good night, my dear.
How are you?
I'm not in a good mood at all,
Why is that?
because I asked a question and I've sat here and waited now 6 minutes and nobody has answered me.
I just
6
came back to
minutes.
my device. I didn't know what the question was. I'm sorry.
Okay, mommy. What about the rest of you do? 6 minutes I asked a question and I'm sitting here waiting patiently.
Wait, sir,
I'm not going.
I work if work it out.
No, I asked a question.
Right.
I asked a question.
Let me get up, man. So. There, work it out, realize 0 over 1. Okay.
What was the question, sir?
I don't even remember. I was going through something and then I asked a question to see if you guys understood something, and I'm waiting without anything. Guys, let me just say something one more time.
Sure,
Please.
be a laugh, but it don't funny.
It's not funny. It really don't funny, because you know why I don't remember? Because I'm here fuming. Let me say this one more time. If when I ask you a question and I don't get a response, I am going to go into the silent mode. I am not. This year is a different year for me. Over the years, I beat up myself, and I'm not this year. I'm not doing it this year. I ask a question and nobody responds to me, and if it happened more than once, I'm finding somebody else who can manage how to deal with students like these in terms of asking questions and not getting a response. I don't like it, because when you ask me a question, I answer you. So when I ask a question, I expect to be answered. Sir, I don't know. Or you answer the question. All right? So I'm putting it on record. This is the last time I'm going to be speaking to the class, asking a question, and I'm here alone. Let me just remind you, I could go into my bed and I could have me a conversation of my own. I could make up these questions and I can solve them, and I can ask myself the question, do you understand, Mr. Shan? And I can have a one-man conversation in my bed. Please, students, let me just say something, and I think I need to say it to you. I had a student in the summer for a lower level course. Every day I come to class, I ask. The student has never spoken to me in class. And one of the things that I find, students who don't participate in class are the ones who fail. That's what I recognize. I'm not saying that it happens for everybody, but for me, for sure, the ones who don't talk into my class are the ones who fail, because you believe that you understand it and you are moving with a lot of misconceptions, and those misconceptions are never tabled for you to get the corrections. So you move in. So teacher teach, you know, but you're moving under the same foolishness. I've seen it so many times. So this one student now needed an override in the summer. And at the time when that student needed the override, I said to myself, but everybody get them override a long time. Why you just wait days, literally days, before the exam? Anyhow, I obliged. And it was the mother who reached out to me, and I said, you know, please do me a favor. Can you ask your child to complete the work that was assigned? Exam done, paper mark, student fail. And every day I'm getting an email or a WhatsApp. Sir, can I move on to the other level, please? Because no, you can't. I'm sorry, but you can't. To the point where I'm not even going to respond to the last email because I'm spending too much time speaking to this one student. What's the point I'm making? A lot of times we waste time in class and we just need 1 ounce more of effort to pass the course. And I'm going to say to my students, my bachelor students, focus. Teacher, come to class, and I'm not speaking about math class alone. I'm speaking about the accounting class that you have and the communication class and the other classes you have. I had a managerial accounting lecturer who says to me, Mr. Shan, how are your calculus students? And then I said, boy. And everything that I was facing in the class, she was facing in her class. And one student, Mr. Shan, who talk, yeah. And I don't need to hear from that student because I know that student working. At the end of the semester, that student got an A for my calculus 1. Student worked it. When the rest of them are panka to get one C minus. Students, come on, man. I don't want to stop my class again to say that you need to talk to me. It's fine if you don't want to talk to me, just let me know. So I don't waste your time, and I won't allow you to waste my time. But me cannot ask questions in a class and nobody now respond to me. So now that you have an understanding as to where I'm coming from, let us continue. Still don't remember what I asked you. When you listen to the recording, it will remind us. So let us look at number 13. Can you, by inspection, tell me what the answer is supposed to be?
Sir, me work it out now, sir.
What you got?
0/1.
Which is? What is 0/1?
Zero.
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 Very good. Very good. So it is indeed, let me just check. Yeah, it is going to be 0/1. I think I have the solution for that. Right, very good. It's going to be 0/1. So the point I was making to you again, if you look at as x tends to infinity, all of these here will tend to zero. Will tend to zero. As x tends to infinity, all of those will tend to zero. Every one of those will tend to zero. Those of you who, well, let me ask the question another way. Did everybody get 0/1? Is there someone in the class that?
Question, sir.
Say it again, love.
I didn't do that question.
All right. All right. So what it is that we're looking at is those functions that are of an indeterminate form. What do I mean by indeterminate? As it suggests, indeterminate. There is something there preventing the true limit from coming out. I cannot decide what the actual limit is because there's something inside of it preventing the true limit from coming out. So therefore, I am going to infinity. So what I do, I'm looking for the term in this function, that rational function. I'm looking for the term in that rational function that is the highest, whether or not it's in the numerator or the denominator. Whether or not it's in the numerator or the denominator, I'm looking for the term that is the highest. And in this case, what term is that?
X to the 8th power.
X to the 8th power. Very good. And as a result of that now, I am going to be dividing each term in that rational function by x raised to the 8th power. So if you notice here, I have x to the 7th over x to the 8th plus 2x squared over x to the 8th minus 7x to the 5th over x to the 8th, all over 4x to the 5th over x to the 8th, plus x to the 8th over x to the 8th. I'm going to be doing some cancellations. X to the 7th divided by x to the 8th is going to be 1 over x. X to the 7th divided by x to the 8th is equal to 1 over x. 2x squared over x to the 8th is going to be 2 over x to the 6th. 7x to the 5th over x to the 8th. All of x to the 5th can get into x to the 8th, leaving 3. So it's going to be 7 over x cubed. 4x to the 5th over x to the 8th is going to be 4 over x cubed. And x to the 8 divided by x to the 8 is simply 1. X to the 8 divided by x to the 8 is just 1. So, as x tends to infinity, as x tends to infinity, as it gets infinitely large, all these fractions with the constants atop the variables will go to 0. Therefore, I'm going to have 0 plus 0 minus 0 all over 0 plus 1. 0 plus 0 minus 0 is still 0. And 0 plus 1 is 1. And 0 plus 1 is 0. AC, get that now?
Yes, sir.
Is there anybody else in the class that is still having a challenge looking at that? Okay. For this one, I want you to work that one for me, please. Let me know, please, when you are finished. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Sir, quick question. Just I remember. I don't think I made a note of it. When we're dividing, right? We minus the numerator power from the denominator power, or is the other way around? Sir?
I apologize. You're having a conversation with you and didn't recognize I'm muted.
Okay.
Yes, so you're correct. It's going to be the numerator power minus the denominator power. So it's the top power minus the bottom power.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. All right, still waiting. Hurry up and do it. Put some pep into your step, but maintain your accuracy.
I think I got thrown overboard.
Why? What happened? Where are you?
I think I'm supposed to be at the final leg. I've already divided, but I have not conquered.
All right. So do me a favor. Look back at your steps. Follow exactly what it is that I did in the other questions. There's only one little something that is going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be in your last line. So look back at it again. Take another minute or two and look back at it.
Okay.
I'm right here to support you.
Good night, sir. Good night, class. Sorry I'm late.
Hi, Nikki.
So can you work this one out, please?
Somebody saying something?
So is there an actual answer to this question?
I was asking if we can work this out, sir, because I'm getting some things which I don't understand. I don't think it's making sense.
All right. Why is it not? Okay, so I'm hearing two questions. Is there an actual answer to this question? One. And if I'm hearing something, can you work it, sir? Because it's not making any sense. Let me take the first one. Why ask if there's an actual answer to the question?
Sir, it seems as if me I work out the question without an end. Like there's no end to the question.
What do you mean by no end? Explain to me.
Like it's infinity.
It's like what?
Sir, for me, I think based on what he's saying is like there's always something to define.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why I'm confused because I'm trying to undefine or not carry it any further.
So what you got for your answer?
I don't get anything from my answer.
Did anybody get anything at all for their answer? But what do you mean by not define, undefined? What do you mean by that?
So I'm seeing terms that can break down. But then you say follow the steps of the previous. I'm trying to either equate it to 1 or 0. But then I'm saying I'm not seeing a 0 plus 0. Or possibly seeing a 0 minus a 0 divided by a 0 minus something else.
So AC, what's the point? Finish your question.
I'm finished right there.
The rest of you, what say you?
I worked out base 6.
Oh, you worked out and got 6?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. And okay.
Is it right or wrong or?
I won't tell you yet. The aim of the game at this stage is not to be right or wrong. It's for me to get you to a point to understand what it is that you're doing. Yeah, so it's not a matter if, sir, am I right? But I'm coming to you. Anybody else?
Sir, I got the same thing.
What is the same thing?
Got 6.
You got 6. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask somebody to read the question for me in 2 seconds. 1 minute, please.
Yes, sir, if we read the question.
Yeah, give me half a second. I'm just trying to, I think I may need to write for this one. So I'm trying to do something here. I need all right. I want you to all right, so I'm sharing a new document. I'm going to ask you to read the question for me. Hopefully this thing behaves itself. I'm right. But can you read the question for me? The limit as x tends to infinity of what?
Brackets, 6x to the fourth power
6x to the fourth power
plus 25x to the third power minus 7x all over 4x to the third power plus x squared.
Okay. Which is the highest power?
4.
X to the 4th.
X to the fourth power.
6x to the fourth.
What's that?
X to the fourth power.
Okay.
Sorry, so why is a 6x to the fourth a while ago?
No, because somebody said 4, and there is a 4 there as 4x cubed. So I was only using that to identify which of them it is.
Okay, okay.
That cancels that. All of that cancels with one of this. That cancels that and leaves 3 of those. All of that cancels with that. That cancels that, leaving 2. So now I have the limit. Oh, come on. So now I have the limit as x tends to infinity of 6 plus 25 over 4. Sorry, 25 over x. Agreed or disagreed?
Agree.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a top minus bottom. That's all. So 3 minus 4.
Yeah.
Why we not have a minus?
I'm worried about you for that question now because it's the second time you asked me that question in class.
I think that's what getting me throw off all the time, sir.
Yep. This is now the second time you asked me that same question. But I'm going to answer you though. Don't. So recall, a to the m divided by a to the n is equal to a to the m minus n. A to the m divided by a to the n is equal to a to the m minus n, the numerator power minus the denominator power. For example, x cubed over x to the fourth is equal to x to the 3 minus 4, which is equal to x to the negative 1. But x to the negative 1 is equivalent to 1 over x. We never normally write a negative index, or indices is normally written as being positive. So once we get a negative power, a negative exponent, we are going to reciprocate to make it positive.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Mhm. So as x tends to infinity, 25 over x, 7 over x2, 4 over x, and 1 over x squared all tend to 0. So I'm going to be left with the limit as x tends to infinity of 6 plus 0 minus 0 over 0 plus 0, which is equal to 6 over 0. And then my bachelor students are going to tell me that they got 6 for the answer.
Divide
We
by
have-
0 arrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. So that's the answer.
What's the answer?
0.
So I get an arrow state or indeterminate.
Tell me the answer again.
you can't divide by 0.
Mhm. Like, duh, you can't divide by 0, duh. So what is going to be the answer?
You're the answer, sir.
Jamil,
Indeterminate.
I don't want that one.
Infinity.
0 over 0, sir. But then why did I get 0 at the top?
That me want to know too, because 6 plus 0 minus 0 is 6. I don't want indeterminate because indeterminate is when I have 0 over 0. I don't have 0 over 0. So I don't want indeterminate.
That would be the opposite, which is determinate.
Syntax error, sir. Syntax error.
So when you get syntax error on your calculator,
Undefined.
undefined. Jaja. No, sir.
So I don't make it look so.
I have to squeeze it out. Jesus. You can't have 1 0 in the denominator. So, is it anybody who tell me 0, who told me 6? I'm supposed to charge me $1,000.
Put it on credit, sir.
No credit here, Ron here. No credit on here. I know the beauty about it. Nobody can say it wasn't me because I have you on recording.
Sir, I can say it wasn't me, because I never said on about 6.
I don't believe you.
Minus 0.
No, but they're gonna charge you $2,000 because you tell me say 6 over 0 is 0 over 0. So I'm gonna charge you. All right. But no,
Okay, so-
seriously though. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No man, I was just entering the joke. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, but what is important though is that we don't forget what it is that we would have learned in proper stats and discrete math and CXC maths and all of the maths they may do. And maths and maths and maths and little school maths versus big school maths. Yeah, man. Can't forget them. You have to carry them forward. So, yes, it's undefined. Why is it undefined? Let me see if you can know why is it undefined.
Because it's a mathematical error, so it cannot be expressed in anything else.
Because you can't have a 0 existing in the denominator.
Okay.
You can't have a 0 existing in the. Think about it. Make me whole like one reason. Because mathematics is real life stuff, you know. 0.
I think
Go ahead.
the only number you can divide by 0 is 0. So therefore, if you try to define anything else by 0, that is how the undefined come about.
But Oliver, talk to me. Maybe will a big man reason. If your father leave a piece of land for you, a country, one nice piece of land to you know, the people them who own hotel and knock on your door every day. Right about now, the plot of land value about $25 million because them start out from 10 million and say no man, and them reach 25 million and say, you know what, me a whole lot little bit more. You suppose you can get $40 million feed. Me go wait until it appreciates some more. When them well want the land and then pay me $40 million feed. But when you decide, say, no, here's the plan. No, sir. My old man left a piece of land for me and me not sell it. I go do a thing for myself. And when you blast it, you have one circular rock in the middle of the plot of land and you go build a house on it. You think the house can stand up on the circle or something?
No, sir.
Why not?
And sir, you're gonna have to
It's
build
a
some.
hollow circle. It's a hollow circle or a solid circle.
You're gonna have to build something on that circle to accommodate the house. So
Okay.
independently, it may not be possible, or you may have to blast it a little bit further.
Okay. And whether it's hollow or solid, it don't make no difference. You can't build one house for one circle because if you do that, it means that when you go to a door, you have to go jump on the inside and make sure you find the center of the circle. So everything we are supposed to do, you can't move. You have to stand up one spot. Because if you go to the left, the house are going to topple down. If you go to the right, it are going to topple down. So yes, you have to go now decide, boy, hear the plan. I have to go build something around it, put it on some stills or something. So as it were, it becomes undefined. I cannot build on it. So just remember, you cannot have a zero existing in the denominator. It don't work. There is no way a zero can exist in the denominator. On the other hand, we can build a good house also, you know. And then we put one big boulder up on top of the house top. Not now harm to it. A zero can exist in the numerator. But it cannot exist in the denominator. A zero can exist in the numerator, but it cannot exist in the denominator. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Quick and fast. I give you that one to do. Quick and fast. Please and thanks.
Undefined.
How you know?
What you said?
How you know that? Talk to me now, Oliver. How you know that?
I just feel it in my bones, but I try to figure out why.
There is no feeling in calculus 1. I need proof. Why do you say undefined? Anybody else agrees with him?
Yes, sir.
Why think it's undefined?
Because the highest x to the power is in the numerator.
And
When it's in the numerator, sir, more likely we're gonna get the coefficient over 0. In the number
all right.
as zero become undefined.
All right. Do me a favor. I hear the pair of you. Do me a favor. Work it. Work it. And then tell me if you get that for the answer, and then we're gonna have a conversation. Good thinking.
think I'm finished, sir.
Yes, AC.
Undefined.
Undefined. Very good. So, Oliver, yes, you are correct, but I don't want any feelings in my class. I want calculations. I want those with reasoning. So the highest power there is going to be x to the 6th. So it's going to be the limit as x tends to infinity of 2x to the 6 over x to the 6 plus 4x to the 5th over x to the 6 minus 3x squared, cube over x to the 6 all over 2x to the 5th over x to the 6 minus x squared over x to the 6 plus 5x cubed over x to the 6. If you understand what is happening here, you have about 10 marks already on your mid-semester exam. The x to the 6 cancels, x to the 5th into x to the 6 leaves 1. X to the 3rd into x to the 6 leaves 3 in the denominator. X to the 5th into x to the 6 leaves 1 in the denominator. X squared leaves 4 of these in the denominator, and this leaves 3 of those in the denominator. And then I'm going to have a limit as x tends to infinity of 2 plus 4 over x minus 3 over x cubed all over 2 over x minus 1 over x to the 4th plus 5 over x cubed. And then I'll make a statement to say as 4 over x comma 3 over x cubed comma 2 over x comma 1 over x to the 4th and 5 over x. My mind is moving faster while the eraser not working. Sure. So as x tends to infinity, all of those will tend to 0. So I'm going to have a limit as x tends to infinity of 2 plus 0 minus 0 all over 0 minus 0 plus 0, which is 2 over 0. Which is undefined. All agreed? Háblame, háblame, háblame.
Yes, sir.
Sir, háblame mean after we not talk Spanish, sir.
You better learn it in a class. It means talk to me.
Mucho, mucho.
I know
All
that's
right.
what you're saying.
All right, so guess what happened now? Guess what happened?
Sir, before you say guess what happened, and you could solve.
Yeah, man, don't worry about it. Somebody, Tristan asked about that in class, in the WhatsApp group. I will give you access tonight. I got access to a number of the courses, and I'm sure Calculus 1 was one of those. That's the least of my concerns right about now. you'll get access to it. If not tonight, if not in class, before class ends. I'm more likely in class. Quick question. How many types? I mean, know them not pay attention to Jesus. I know say them never pay attention. How many versions of these infinity questions we did? It's a two-part question. If nobody gets the first part, they ask about the second part. How many versions of this infinity
be three.
question did we do?
Version or approach, sir?
He's correct. 3. Name me the 3.
Can't name them, but we know it's not three.
Come, Oliver. Hey, Oliver, you know, say now play fair. Tell me, name me at least one, and then ask for help from the class. One type when it is what?
Indeterminate.
All right. You remember I asked a question earlier? If there is a rule, and Oliver just came out of the bat and say indeterminate, sorry, undefined. And then I think it was Chevy who came on and was trying to write a rule. I'm asking the question, how many ways did I introduce to you? And somebody said 3. And I'm saying correcto. Spanish again. I want you to tell me cuantos. How many? How many of them? Name me the different rules that we used. Are you understand what I'm asking?
Sure.
We understand what you're asking about, but I think we have the answer.
No, but you see, the thing about it though, Oliver, is that you just need to say something, just explain it. You see, part of the thing about going to school, you know, is not to regurgitate what the teacher says. My greatest learning experience came from understanding what was presented, being able to use that understanding to generate definitions, to generate explanations. So at this stage, nobody should be talking about a word-to-word definition out of a textbook for C++. No, we're not big people. We need to understand what C++ is, and we should be able to explain it in your own words. And to back up that explanation, you give an example or 2. Because when you regurgitate somebody's definition, it will mean nothing to you. So I say this to say to you, Oliver, talk to me. In your own words, tell me what you think it be, and let me pull it out and say, no, right? Yeah, wrong, good. What say you?
I would say indeterminate type, mixed fraction type, and proper fraction type. I don't know. Try.
All right, fair enough. So let me just correct you on something. All of these are indeterminate. All of these are indeterminate. So which is why, again, I appreciate what Oliver did. He jumped out on a limb to save his life. And him say, no, what? Do or die. And out of that, he has gotten a lifeline. Because now he knows that indeterminate is going to be made reference to all of those. Why, sir? Because an indeterminate form is when I get 0 over 0, infinity over infinity.
So if you're
Or-
writing, you have something blocking the screen.
Or I don't know why this thing came up.
Yeah.
But I also know recognize that it's not even. Okay. Yeah, so all of them are indeterminate. But if you look at this one here, when you put in an infinitely large number in the numerator, it works out to be an infinitely large number. And you put an infinitely large number in the denominator, it works out to be an infinitely large number. An infinitely large number divided by infinitely large number is still an infinitely large number. That's why them rich man the money can't done. Because one little youth like me couldn't be married into one of those families. Because the mother and the father and the uncle and the sister and the grandmother and everybody are gonna say, him not love you, him just want to get the money. So no. So that's why these people marry into their wealth. I am a Jones. You are a Jones. And our offsprings are Joneses. It's only them alone and I can't talk to. You're crazy. You think you can go below cross but you're gonna talk to nobody? For who? To let them into our secrets? To get our millions? No. And then when the two of we now get together, because the two of we have money, we money tall up. Infinite. So go again. So now that you know that everything is indeterminate, and you have different forms of indeterminate, we just have 0 over 0. You have infinity over infinity, and then you have negative infinity over negative infinity. One more try. I need somebody to explain to me what is happening, because I'm going to give you something to write, But I want you to understand this first. Talk to teacher.
Teacher, I don't understand the questions, teacher.
Okay. So what I expected you to say is, let me look at the last one here. Type 1, type 2, type 3 is when the highest power is in the denominator, in the denominator or the numerator, what you expect to get. So the highest power is in the numerator, and you're evaluating the limit as it tends to infinity. With the highest power in the numerator, what you expect your answer to be?
Undefined.
Undefined, duh. Now, if the highest power is in the denominator, what you expect your answer to be?
1, 0,
Make up your mind, which one?
0.
Good. And if you have the highest power in the numerator and in the denominator together, what do you expect your answer to be?
1,
No, ma'am.
0 over 0, sir.
I don't think so.
Yeah, look up.
Coefficient of the numerator divided by the coefficient of the denominator.
Very, very, very good. Excellent. So, because mathematics is a language, each of you now in class will sit and write a rule for the 3 methods that Sir just introduced you to. one where the highest power is the same in the numerator and denominator, one where the highest power is only in the numerator, one where the highest power is only in the denominator. You're going to write, and then you're going to tell me what the results would look like for each of those three. But I want to, and I'm going to call upon different ones of you. So those of you in class who not answer me, not make sure you sit down and write, And if you leave class, don't come back. Because I have a tendency when you know I'm going to call upon you, oh sir, I having low bandwidth and I had to come out of the class. All right. Each of you should write, and I will call upon you. So it is that the class can say, yes, sir, that makes sense, or no, sir, that does not make sense. All right. I give you.
Sir, repeat the question, please.
Yeah, it would be 3 methods of what? That's why I said I didn't understand the question, because I was showing 3 methods of what you were asking. 3 methods of what?
Of evaluating an indeterminate form. What I want you to do is to write the rules. I gave you 3 types. Again, finally, type 1, where both numerator and denominator has the highest power. Type 2, when only the numerator has the highest power. Type 3, only when the denominator has the highest power. I want you to write a rule to say, when this type occurs, or that type occurs, or the other type occurs, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing this first, that second, that third, whatever it is. I want to highlight your steps. It's not hard enough, and I'm sure I'm speaking with clarity. Start from it, please. All right, let me give you an opportunity. Who wants to go first? Don't all rush me at once, because where you were. Where were you in this class, Oliver? Me want to know. So like, you know how much about food is? What? This sound like an adventure. Clearly, the mathematics is not enough. Clearly, the math wasn't enough. Adventure. All right. AC, come talk to teacher. I want to hear your rules.
Sir, why me?
Pause.
No,
You're the real AC.
sir, AC now work.
It's all right.
Much
Pick
correct.
it. It's all right. Come, start.
Sir, I don't have any rule.
You don't, I mean, so you sit down the whole time and don't do nothing?
I write something.
Okay, let me hear what you write.
Examine the function,
Mm-hmm.
and then we divide by each term, the largest power. So we divide each term by the largest power in the function, and I couldn't go any further. Because after I do that, you just divide it out. And then I guess you see where it tends to. And that's it.
All right. Chevy, let me hear what you have.
Yes, sir.
Let me hear what you have.
All right. We have when the numerator has the highest power, the answer is undefined. Second one, when the denominator has the highest power, the answer will be 0. When both the numerator and denominator has the highest power, the answer will be the coefficient of the numerator divided by the coefficient of the denominator.
Was that because I threatened you at the first class that the niece person was my top student? Because it works, you know.
Sir,
Yes, please.
you know exactly what he read is what I have in my book.
I don't want to hear nothing more from you, AC.
No, hold on,
AC,
sir. Hold on.
no, AC,
hold on,
no.
sir. No.
Cree.
Wait,
Okay.
sir. I wrote that down, but then you
Mhm.
said those are the methods. So we should create our own rule. So
You
that's
sound like you did your gully too.
probably.
Very good, Chevy. Very good. Is the class in agreement with what it is that he has?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Students, is when you do your work and you're able to write your methodologies. It can only make your life easier because you're writing what it is that you know. your rules. You can't go wrong. There's no way you can go wrong in a case like that. There's no way you can go wrong in that. Um, are we okay? No? Can I move?
Sure.
Say it again. Yeah? No?
Sure.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you a class activity. Yes. Another one. And I want you to do this for me. And quick and fast, you know, we're not going to spend the whole night on this. This will take us up to the end of the session. When the mark gets it, go. Start for me, please. I'm giving you, oh, come on. I'm giving you 20 minutes to work those questions. You know what to do. I'm giving you 20 minutes. What's wrong? All right, let's not do that again then. I'm giving you 20 minutes to work the question. And let us see how far you'll go. Start for me, please. And this now will end us with our unit 1 on limits. How we stay? Are we okay?
Still working, sir.
All right, cool. You guys finished? Hello, anybody, somebody?
Still I check it, sir.
All right. Let us see if we can go through a few of them. What is for the answer for number 1? Hmm? Anybody, somebody? What's the answer for number 1?
I got 0/0, sir.
Yes, but remember, I said to you that is not that's not an answer. That 0/0 is a statement that is indeterminate. Now you have to finish working the question. Remember, I said that 0/0 is only telling you that there is something in the function that is preventing the true limit from coming out. So you no need to go and find it. So tell me what the answer is.
Number 1 you're asking for, right?
Number 1.
Isn't that 2?
Very good. Number 1, the answer is 2. Answer is indeed 2. What is it that you get for the second question? Second answer is
4/3.
say it again.
4/3.
Very good. Excellent. What's the third answer?
One.
1, sir.
Excellent.
Sir, what's the answer?
1.
Okay.
Very nice. Number 4. A.
Or 5.
Very good. Part B.
Sir, we get undefined for that one. That's for sure.
Excellent. 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 So if you got all of those correct, you're on your way in passing the mid-semester. That, of course, is going to be on Unit 1. Very good work. Now, if any of you needing help with these questions, reach out to your classmates in the WhatsApp group. The answers that I got just now are correct. Or if any of the classmates want to post their answers in the group to assist the other students, fair enough. But congrats. I heard different voices just now. So I know it's not just one person that completed the questions and completed them correctly. Congrats. Are there any questions before we take our leave of absence? Thanks again for sitting up with me until 10 o'clock.
Sure. Number 4.
Number 4?
Yes, sir.
What about 4? 4A or B?
4A. So I got 4B card, but I didn't get 4A card.
Remember, it's to infinity. So once you go into infinity, what do you do? That's the exercise we've been doing all of this week. You see, once a function, once a limit is going to infinity, what's the method?
Sir, we would use any number for this one. I think that's where I missed. I'm not sure what to do on this one.
You know what to do.
Say that again, sir?
I'm positive you know what to do. You to do. Let me answer class. Class, when you get a question on infinity, what do you do?
Search for the highest power of x.
And
Use that power of
and
x.
then divide 2 by it, right?
Yeah.
That's what you've been doing all along, AC.
So
Tonight.
what is the power here, sir? 1?
No hex.
Terminating Bonaparte.
Okay. It is x to the first power. So x to the first power, I remember the rule that we got from Chevy. X to the first power is in the numerator. So it is in the denominator as the highest power. So once it is that we have the numerator and denominator with the highest power, we look at the coefficient of the numerator and divide it by the coefficient of the denominator. So that is going to be 5 over 1, which is equal to 5. Yes, I. Any other questions? Any other questions? All right. 1 or 2 of you inside here need to, you know you're not following. There are 8 of you in the class. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. I get to start speaking to me in class. But so I don't know where you are. But the 4 that continues to talk in class, I know where you are. Big up on yourself. Gonna doing the right thing. I know you're understanding. Congrats. Congrats. Many congrats. Have a good one. Bless your heart. Talk to you next week, God's willing.
You too, sir. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, me too.